Hi, it's Louie Clarke and you're listening to the Dockers Debate.
Well, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, dear listener, from the second edition of the Dockers Debate podcast, #UpTheDockers. I'm with new exciting signing, Louie Clarke. It's an audio podcast, so you can't see it, but he's riveted to be here, aren't we, Louie?
Yeah, mate, absolutely buzzing. It's been in the making for a few years now, so yeah.
The career
really.
Or the move here? Or
the
both?
Career, really. No, I'm joking. No, both, yeah.
No, I was going to say, so how does it feel, sign for the club? How does it feel to, be here and, for pre-season? It's end of June, beginning of July now. How are we feeling?
No, yeah, I'm really excited. Obviously, Woody's been after me for a good 4 or 5 years now, and unfortunately, I turned him down on every occasion, which he's probably not too happy about.
Yeah, he has that effect on people, doesn't he?
But yeah, this time around, it just felt right, to be honest with you. So yeah.
Yeah, we're an audio podcast, as we say at the moment. They're laying the pitch. You might hear the ticking in the background, so we've got to be careful, don't trip over any hoses. We got centre forward last year. Centre forward, was you? Or was that the old-fashioned name? Were you a striker?
Yeah, striker.
Striker, yeah. That's for all the young Championship manager fans. But there's a lot of hoses around. We don't want to trip him up before the season starts. So yeah, so just sort of going on, So you've got some real pedigree non-league, some big numbers. Tell us the reason for joining this club, because I'm sure that, like you say, there's a few after you for a little while.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I spoke to a few people and obviously spoke to Woody and sort of how he sold the club to me and obviously their ambitions and stuff like that. And that was the selling point, really. Obviously, I know a few of the boys that were here, and then I know a few of the boys that have signed as well. So yeah.
Yeah, so we're literally just standing there. The last podcast went well with the sort of walk around the ground, but we've just moved over to Bayliss Avenue. It's not a bad ground, is it, compared to other places at this level?
Nice, yeah.
And we can hear the sprinklers, so we've obviously paying for it to be watered.
Yeah,
which is always.
Could do with some rain, but.
Well, yeah, but yeah, we had a bit this morning, didn't we? So what's it been like behind the scenes with Erith since you've joined? Because you scored a few against Erith last season, didn't you? Which probably may have got mentioned a few times.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I haven't met all the boys yet, so we'll see how that pans out. But obviously, I got sent off against Erith as well, so no doubt that'll get mentioned as well. But yeah, I'm excited to see what happens. So.
Oh, good. Yeah, it's good. You got sent off. Yeah. Good discipline so far. Let's keep that in check next season. So go on. Tell us about how'd you get into football. What was it like playing? Did you do the classic when you was in your first few years, score 100 goals in 4 games like you were about these players? Who did you support? Who was your boy, your team?
No, I'm not really. So I first got into men's football when I was 16, playing for 10 and B in the Kent County League. So I sort of skipped under 18s and under 23s football. Done all right there, scored a few goals. Then I moved to Bromleyans, who I played for as a youth player when they were in the Kent County Prem. I ended up scoring 38 goals that season. So
how many games was there?
33, I think.
Oh, I'll tell you what.
So that's
not too sure. What was the goal bonus that year? Jeez.
Nah. I had to pay subs that year. No, I'm joking. And then I stayed there till Christmas the following year and got moved to Fisher, which it went all right, but injuries sort of prevented me from doing what I wanted to do.
Was that the move back before St Paul's, or when still at Dulwich champion?
No, they were still at St Paul's then.
Yeah.
And then I moved on to Corinthian for a few years, which went really well. Then I obviously was at Russell last year, which was probably my most successful season. And then now I'm at Erith. But my club that I support is Man United, so I don't know if you can hear the northern accent, but.
Go on, quickly, phase it in. You don't know. No. Not a little A-up chuck or something like that? No, all right then, no, that's fine.
No, good with that.
Well, that's all right, because we're a sort of a subsidiary, if you will, of a Millwall podcast, so anything other than a certain team in Claret would be fine. What's your proudest moment in football so far? It could be not paying subs and scoring 38 goals in one season.
It's hard. I couldn't say off the top of my head. There's probably last season's probably up there, because obviously it's probably the most successful season I've had at a good level, so I'd probably say that. Yeah,
to be fair, it's prolific. It's also got to be up there with signing for Erith. So,
of course.
Don't chuckle too, lad. We do get Erith listeners, Come on. So what do you hope to achieve here? You know, I mean, I've been following this club for a couple of years now. You know, when I'm a Millwall fan, but whenever Millwall's away, I'd always find myself down at the Erith Leisure Centre watching games. A couple of years ago, they finished 5th or 6th, so not bad in a season where sort of Glebe were firing, Sheppey were firing, Chatham were obviously still doing well now and up in the pitching and Isthmian levels. And last season, you know, it went to about 3-4 games to the end of the season, and Erith Town were in with a shout. So, you know, let's not go into too much detail because we can't sort of say tactics and go, this is what we're doing, because then everyone will know. But what do you hope to achieve here?
Well, I haven't come here just to hope we make the playoffs or anything like that. I want to win the league. It's going to be difficult, but obviously if that wasn't to happen, then playoffs is a minimum, and then go far in the cups, win some cups, silverware, hopefully finish top goal scorer in the league.
Because you were second top goal scorer last year. Was it joint second, joint third?
Joint second.
So I do my research, Louie. You know what I mean? I know what I'm doing.
So no, yeah, just a all-round successful season really, and hopefully we have promotion at the end of it and potentially some silverware with the cups and stuff. So
what's your funniest moment in football? We've all had it. I had a mate once who ran down the wing and slipped on a crisp packet, and then 2 minutes later got done by the same crisp packet as he was about to score. Come on.
Probably getting elbowed in the face and losing a tooth, which might not be funny to some.
Which one? Let's have a look. Look, he's not even showing us. It's outrageous. Good thing it's an audio.
And then probably getting sent off against Erith last year actually, because coming off the bench around about 10 minutes and then getting a straight red card and missing 3 games ain't ideal. But
at least it was memorable.
Yeah, exactly. And now I'm here, so
yeah, you must have done something right.
Yeah, exactly.
They like the attitude. So here's one for you, right? So we've got a community day coming up soon. We've stopped again. We're around the other side now. We've got a community day coming up soon. There'll be loads of kids here watching, cheering. You know, we obviously want the Louie Clarke on the back of the shirts. What's the celebration going to be for the kids? What's it going to be? Is it going to be the reverse park? Is it going to be the shopping trolley, the lawnmower?
I do love a knee slide, but to be honest with you, I don't think it's the weather for a knee slide at the minute, so I will definitely have to come up with a new one. Right,
okay, here's what we'll do. If we have the listeners, answers on the back of a postcard. Do you remember Mo Farah? He was asked to do, he was inspired to do the Mobot on, what was it? What's the quiz show with James Corden? A League of Their Own, yeah. So, and that become his thing. So if we get a decent celebration idea, will you do it for the season?
Yeah, I'll do it.
There we are, you heard it here first. And I'm hoping the chairman and manager listens to this and remind you of it as well. And each time it's a fine if he doesn't. So here we're going to go now. Quick fire questions. Don't think about it, just answer. It's a new thing I've just thought I'd decide on the fly. You ready? This is the moment where the editor puts in like a countdown or something. Please note. Right, so favourite player growing up?
Wayne Rooney.
Favourite takeaway?
Chinese.
Favourite film?
No,
pass. You've got to think of something. No, even if it's Mr. Bean, come on.
Christ. I don't know.
We'll go back to it. Favourite song?
Jesus Christ.
I think our gun's stuck in our quick fire.
Yeah.
We'll move on. Weirdest fact about you?
I've got one leg longer than the other.
Which one? We stopped to look.
I think this one's longer than that one.
Right,
so,
okay, yeah. We know after
stronger
a few.
foot.
We know after a few beers, yeah. Beach or sightseeing holiday?
Beach.
Favourite home ground you played at?
Leighton Orient.
Leighton Orient, nice. Is it because the people in the corners were sat there in their deck chairs? Worst away ground you played at?
Lordswood.
Really?
Yeah, but I've played there when it's pouring down with rain and it wasn't too nice. But in the summer it's alright.
Yeah, that's fine. Best fan banter? Who's give you the best stick on the side?
A couple 12-year-olds at Whitstable away said a few things which I won't say on here, but it was quite funny.
Obviously. And worst fan banter? What have you turned around and thought, mate, I can come up with better than that?
Oh, to be honest with you, I don't think I've had any.
No,
Touch wood
so far, yeah. First time for everything. And you might even get it from Woody this season. You never know. Final question. You've done very well, Louie. What is your message to Erith Town fans this season?
Excited to meet you all. hopefully I can score some goals in front of you all and do the celebration that you all request for. So up the Dockers.
There we are. Thank you very much, Louie Clarke.
You're listening to the Erith Town Dockers debate.
I'll tell you what, it's just like buses. You wait ages for one and then 2 interviews come at once. I am with Erith Town, new signing on the Dockers debate. Are we still doing episode 2? It could be merged in. It could be episode 3, depending on how we do this. But I am with new signing. Very excited. James Dyer, local boy to those in Bermondsey and Rotherhithe around that area. Am I right or am I wrong?
Yep, grew up in Bermondsey. Been there for 8 years, and still work there now.
There we go.
So,
we won't. There's a quick fire question later on where we'll touch on what you do, and we will definitely have people going, really. But yeah, so no. Welcome to Erith Town. How does it feel signing for the club?
Yeah, it feels good. There's a lot of good people here. I mean, I've known Woody since I come into non-league, and really good manager. Always had good teams, good sides, and always liked the way he plays. And yeah, the ride I've had at football last few years, I was looking for a bit of stability, and I thought the amount of times he's been at the club, the culture he's built, it just seemed a good fit for me.
Yeah, because we were just saying off recording a moment ago, because we've met a few times before, which will touch on your interesting facts, but we won't go into it yet.
Yeah.
You was at Glebe and Sittingbourne last year. For whatever reasons, you've decided now to come over to Erith Town. Hopefully they're for the right reasons.
Yeah.
But yeah, just tell us about your sort of journey in football. You're still only young as well, aren't you?
Yeah, we're only 20 years old. I started off at Phoenix Sports when I was 16, was doing pre-season with them at 15, so got thrown in the deep end really. They were step 4 at the time, so yeah, got thrown into it quite early at a young age, which I think has prepared me quite well. I think people sometimes forget how long I've been in a non-league game. But
so you're a veteran at 20?
No, I've been in it longer than people think, but I feel comfortable at the level, and I just feel like this season especially is the right time for me to prove myself and show other people what who I am.
Did you hear that? Show other people. The doubters.
That's it, the doubters.
The doubters.
Yeah.
The doubters.
Always a few.
Yeah, always a few. Do you know what? It doesn't matter what job you're in.
No,
even me and my job, people still think I do a bad job. I hope none of them are listening to this. I think there's a bloke in accounts who does, but I love the accounts team at my firm. So what's the welcome been like behind the scenes?
No, really good. I know a few of the boys already. New signings that have come in. Jack Collin, one of them, played with him at Glebe, start of the season. So, yeah, really good guy. And, yeah, the whole team, just the culture. You can tell the culture's been built over a long period of time. You know, boys they're good people before they're good players, which is good. Another reason I've come to the club, because of the type of culture. But it's, yeah, just really good to be here. It's, they've made it easy for me, to be honest. There's no nerves coming in. Got settled in the first 5 minutes with a few laughing jokes with the boys. So yeah, really buzzing to meet the management team as well. A lot of good people here.
I was saying to Woody on the sort of last podcast, and he's someone I've known for a couple of years now. It does have, even not just with the first team or the under 23s, but the whole club's got a bit of a community family feel to it, and they really focus on it. And there are a few players, non-league, as in without trying to be too disrespectful to it, does have a little bit of a merry-go-round feel sometimes. You know, there's certain players who have about 4 clubs in 1 year, but some of the players here, they do stay here for a while. Yeah,
they do. That's one of the things Woody said to me. When people join here, they don't want to leave because they get so involved in the culture and the way the club is. It's even when I come and done my signing on with the chairman, it was only meant to be a quick thing. I ended up standing on the pitch chatting to the chairman for about half an hour. It just sort of...
Yeah, that happens.
It happens, yeah. He's a bit of a chatter, but it's... yeah, and it just gave me an instant feel what the club's like, and it's... I can tell I'm going to enjoy my football here, and I know with me, when I'm enjoying my football, that's when I play my best. Yeah. So that was important for me, yeah. There
we go. And the thing is as well, we're at Bayliss Avenue now, with the Grand Sheriff Sporting Club, Thamesmead. Is part of it this place as well? I mean, it needs some work. Let's not deny it, but but there's a lot of work that's going to take place during the summer, behind the scenes that no one's going to see. A lot of volunteers are going to be jumping in, helping out. But I mean, what do you think of the ground? If it reaches its potential, obviously.
It does, yeah. It's a great ground. One of the things the chairman was saying is he wants to create a feel for the whole club. So obviously you've got the 4G, you've got the grass pitches around the side where the youth teams play on. So it's a proper Erith Town culture that they're bringing into Thamesmead. But it's the pitch is lovely. It's, I mean, I played here a few times before. A lot of cup finals used to be held here, so it's always been quite a popular pitch. But the pitch is it's getting a lot of work done at the minute while I'm looking at it now. But it's
that's not rattlesnakes. No, that's
the sprinklers.
That's the sprinklers going off. What do you so do you think, you're talking about the youth teams, do you think you'll maybe pop over see some of them play?
Yeah, definitely if I can. Yeah, I mean, my brother plays for the youth team. Funny enough, he plays in the under 14s. I think he's 13. I think so. He plays in the under 14s. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be watching him as much as I can.
We touched on your sort of football journey so far, glebe, Sitting Bull and all that kind of thing. What's your proudest moment so far in football?
Probably representing the Phoenix first team at such a young age. You know, I was only
11.
Seemed like it. No, I was only 16, and when I could represent them. But I remember scoring a brace on my third or fourth game. It was quite early in the season, but against Burgess Hill away, and for me that was a big moment because it sort of, a lot of people were thinking before that, like, is he too young to play at the level? Like, I had a lot of loan offers before that, thinking I'd come and play a more style of football that's suited to you. And for me, that was a turning point because it showed me that I'm good enough to, no matter what people think, like, I'm good enough to play the level that I was playing at such a young age. So yeah, that was probably my proudest moment, and the people around the club that trusted me to be able to play that level. And that was a big turning point for me. It sort of gave me a lot of confidence to push on at such a young age.
And the thing is as well, I mean, this isn't one of the questions. This is an ad hoc one I'm going to chuck at you. To be fair, I chucked all the others, didn't know what I'm going to ask. But you seem very sort of keen to have either previously or in the future repay faith that a lot of people have put in you. Is that important to you? Is that going to be a key factor to you this season? I know you say that when you're the happiest, that's when you play your best. But, you know, do you really feel that you're really going to give stuff to the club? And if we do build, or not if we do build on the fan base we already have, because it's got good numbers to fans, do you really feel you could really achieve something here? Yeah,
I hope we can, because I feel like the people of the club deserve it. You know, they've been at this level of football for a while now, and you can tell they're never too desperate to go up, which I feel like can go against some teams, but they've always been quite comfortable. But I feel like with the quality we've brought in, and the quality that's already here, I feel like we can really achieve something, you know. And as I said, I knew a few of the boys before I come here, and they're good players to play with, you know. They're good coaches to play under. But I feel like I've got a point to prove, because I feel like there's a lot of people that maybe, not just, but players like myself who maybe think, should he be doing this, should he be doing that, and then people become very opinionated, which I've found over the years. But, you know, it's, as a young player, you've only got to keep focusing on what you're doing and make the right decisions, have the right people around you. And I think it's important for me to have the people around me that I do at this club. You know, people that know me really well. Someone like Alan Foreman, who's been my youth team manager since I think I was at Crayford Arrows, and then we went to Phoenix, I think under 13s, 14s. So he's literally followed me from my whole youth team up to first team journey. So he was a big reason why I come to the club, because with the last few years I've had moving around a lot of clubs, which I've been at the same club since I was 12 until 18. So it was weird for me to be moving around, which I didn't like to do. But like you say, you need that stability. And the thing is, in the nicest way, not patronising, where you were quite young and you're still reasonably young now, you know, it's about setting down some roots, isn't it? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and I feel like it's with the people that's at the club, it's good to be surrounded by them, because they are really genuine good people, and I know that. We spoke to Louie earlier on. Best way to embrace with a fan base is to do a dodgy celebration that you'll be remembered for. What's the celebration going to be this season? We've got a community day coming up on the 15th where we're going to have loads of kids in from local area. What are you going to do to put your mark down for these young kids to come back and go, do you know what? The way that James Dyer just celebrated there, that's it. That's what you're going to see in schools all around Thamesmead. What's it going to be? Come on. I mean, I'm going to focus on scoring first. Yeah, that would help. Yeah, but do you know what? I say this a lot. I say to the boys, like, when we have a joke, I'm going to do this celebration, do that celebration. But when it comes to it and I score, I just sort of lose my head and I sort of go in for the shearer, just like finger in the air, and just sort of run off to the corner, dodgy little knee slide. But I don't know, maybe a little golf, James Ward-Prowse, something like that.
Yeah. We'll go with the golf. Yeah, we'll go. I like the golf. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'll tell you what we're going to do. We've just had a walk around the pitch. We're going to do quick 5 questions and then we're done. Right? Can't even think about it. Got to answer straight away.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
This is the bit where the editor puts
Could
in
go
the.
wrong, yeah.
It could go wrong. Yeah, but he also puts in the tension music, something from like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire or something.
Okay.
So you ready?
Yeah.
Right. So let's go. Favourite player growing up.
Jack Grealish.
Favourite takeaway.
Chinese.
Favourite film.
Taken.
Favourite song.
Anything George Ezra.
Taken soundtrack. Weirdest fact about you. Come on, here's the moment. Weirdest fact about you.
I know. I bowl cricket with my left hand, but I throw a ball with my right hand.
That is interesting.
I feel like that's quite weird.
That is quite weird. Beach or sightseeing holiday?
Beach.
Favourite home ground you played at?
Phoenix.
Worst away ground you played at?
I don't even know. Trying to think. I've played on.
Should we skip? Should we just say all of them?
Oh yeah. There's been a few bad ones. Nothing's springing to mind though.
Right, all of them are equal. Best fan banter when you've turned around and gone, do you know what? That's class.
Oh, probably like Joe when you're in the shower and one of the boys are behind you putting loads of shampoo on your
Yeah.
head and you just sort of don't know where it's coming from.
Yeah.
That's quite
All right, stick
fun.
with that. And the worst fan banter when you've turned around to someone and gone, "Coy, is that the best you can come up with?"
Oh, I think someone put water in one of my trainers once. Like tried to fill up with water, but it sort of ended up ruining them. That weren't funny.
Yeah, exactly. Especially when paid for them.
No, yeah.
Final question. What's your message to the Erith Town fans?
Can't wait for the season, and I hope we go up.
Lovely. I think that's all.
Yeah,
Wasn't as bad as you thought, was it?
that was alright.
Hashtag
the
up.
tongue a bit.
Hashtag up.
By the way,
Dockers, eh?
Taken's not my favourite film. I don't know why that come to mind there, but we're gonna go with it.
Go with
I
it.
do like Taken, but I was thinking like actiony.
Hashtag up the Dockers.
That's it. Up the Dockers. Hi, it's James Dyer, and you're listening to the Dockers Debate.